Hello, folks. This is Bob Safale, and we are here for our weekly Digital Frontier News webinar. And before I get started, what I want to make sure, and boy, I actually have a little surprise for you. I know I told you we were going to have, we're going to talk about two great currencies that are under a buck, but I added a third. So you're going to get three hot tips tonight. So I think you're going to be excited about that. But before I get started, I do want to make sure you can hear me clearly. So go ahead if you know you have a little hand on the upper right-hand side of your screen. If you can hear me clearly, just click on that hand so I can see that you do hear me. Let's see if any more people can click on the hand. Can you all hear me clearly? Just checking. Oh, there's another person. Any more hand? There we go. Thank you, Randy. Let's see, Peter, you're doing it. Good. Thanks, Pat. Mo, fantastic. Let's see, we have any other words? We have Mike Knoll. Hey, Mike, how you doing? We got Mike, and another Michael, and another Mike. So this is great. Okay, fantastic. Well, I want to thank you all for attending tonight. We have these events every Thursday night, no fail, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure, if you want to have some friends, come on in, just send them your link, that little email I send you out. If you want to invite other people so they can get the inside skinny on what's happening. The purpose of this webinar, of course, is to really kind of give you guys insider information, stuff that 99.9% of even people that are involved in cryptocurrencies don't have access to. I do. And we're also going to be talking about new trends. Now, once again, it's important because at the end of the night, a lot of you are going to want to email me. So in order to email me, you have to know my email address is. So just write this down, bob@digitalcurrencygrowth.com. bob@digitalcurrencygrowth.com. Now, before we get started, some breaking news that came in yesterday. It's interesting news, to say the least. But you all may remember, or you may have heard that South Korea was going to be doing some severe restrictions on cryptocurrency trading and exchanges, and that started getting announced in December. Now, I told you what happens is you have different organizations that have a vested interest in seeing the price of crypto drop so that they can get their little paw on currencies at a lower price. And you may remember a little of the rumbling started in late December, and then right after the first of the year, all of a sudden you saw news stories out regarding South Korea, which makes up 30% of all trading, currency trading, which is a lot. I mean, that's a lot from one country. I'll tell you that. And this is actually emanating from one guy that was in the government, and he was kind of a rabid cryptocurrency guy. And he kind of got a lot of people scared because he was really pushing to basically essentially stop any cryptocurrency exchange activity in South Korea, or at best dramatically reduce it. Okay. Now, something happened yesterday, and I'm not going to get into any conspiracy theory. All I can tell you now is that there were a lot of people, particularly in Asia, that had been negatively affected by the stuff coming out from this one fellow and what he was doing inside the government as a government official. And he mysteriously died yesterday. That's correct. He died. And interestingly enough, I think it was yesterday or the day before, the news came out yesterday. Interestingly enough, the government turned around, changed their policies, and now everything's all good with the cryptocurrency world and exchange world. So, you know, I guess, when you're talking about a third of all, almost a third of all trading, which had gotten up to, I mean, trading is now somewhere in the neighborhood of $20 billion a day. If you're talking about affecting approximately $6 billion a day or having a negative effect on that a day, I don't know. That may not be a healthy thing to do. But with that said, I was going to have I forgot to have this up on my the site here tonight, but I'm going to send that out for the guys that are in the deer crash training. I'm going to send out that article. Anyway, I thought you'd find that rather interesting. So, with that said, let's get right in to start talking about three very, very, very cool currencies, and all three address a very specific problem. And I told you what you're trying to do is you're trying to find currencies that address a very, very specific problem and have a unique solution. And if you're lucky, you could find a currency that is low priced. So, without further ado, our first currency is Tron. Tron. Now, to kind of describe this a bit to you, what Tron is all about is it's essentially it's introduced the concept of a shared economy in the digital entertainment space. Now, I don't have to tell you that we have a patent pending on digital collectible currency, do I? No, I think most of you know that. But let's get back to Tron. But Tron introduced basically the concept of a shared economy in the digital entertainment space. Now, what's digital entertainment? Well, this shared economy addresses pictures, videos, live broadcasts, and it's all about storing all of this content in a distributed storage landscape. What the heck does that mean? That means that all over the world, there are obviously hundreds of millions of servers out there. And what Tron has done is that they are hosting all of this tremendous amount of digital entertainment, and they're hosting it all over the world. So that at no point can you have a major host company go down and all of a sudden you can't get access to digital entertainment. Now, why is this important? Well, this distributed storage platform worldwide allows its users, the Tron users, to access entertainment content from every part around the world without seeking assistance from places like Google Play Store and Apple Store and other big centralized monopolies. Oh, you mean Google and Apple won't be able to dictate certain things to people who are developing digital entertainment? That's very interesting. There has been a lot of reporting lately on Google and Apple and Facebook and Twitter that are doing censoring. That's right. You probably heard of that. That there's a lot of censoring happening. Now, it happens to be in certain locations political censoring, but in other countries, it's censoring of freedom concepts or censoring of specific type of music, videos, movies. So when you have a centralized system, you can censor easier. Now, With a distributed system worldwide in thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of locations, guess what can't happen? Or it always can a little bit. But when you have a huge, massive network of replicating locations that house the digital entertainment, which remember, that's movies, pictures, live broadcasts, music, all of this stored in many, 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 many locations. Very hard to shut down this. And it also takes out the middleman. So all of a sudden, you're going to have more access to entertainment and even news content than you ever had before, and you're not going to have to pay as much. Interestingly enough, the artists and the digital the content producers are going to make more. So by taking out that middle person or that middle section, artists make more, artists have more access to people, people pay less, and they have more access to content. This is very, very, very attractive to millennials. But and the generation, which is a new generation. I don't know what to call the people that are up to 16 years old. I'll have to find that out. But all of a sudden, a whole group of people who are starting to get a little mad at Facebook and Twitter and Google. All of a sudden, it's going to introduce a whole bunch more people into the cyber currency world. And this is always a good thing. Because if you're the original people and you get your hands on certain currencies, guess what? Overall, as more and more people flood into the market space, there's more and more demand. There's going to be a natural lift on pricing on all currencies. It's just natural, okay? Now, to go a little further, this is Forbes magazine talking about Tron and the developer of the developer of Blood, and it's a fellow named Justin Sun. Justin Sun is the guy who started Forbes. Now, this guy's pretty big stuff because he's one of the top techies that helped launch Alibaba, which is a multi-billion dollar company in the retail space. Kind of like, I don't know what you'd say, you'd almost call it the Amazon or something. These days you're calling that, or the eBay of wholesale product sales. But bottom line is, this Justin Sun is a pretty sharp cookie. And even more importantly, is Tron has a large footprint into Asia, particularly China. Now, I'm going to give you one more stat about Tron, which I think is going to surprise you. Okay, you ready for this? Tron has more access into wallets than either Bitcoin and in Ethereum. Tron is now accessible to 10 million wallets right now. Okay? So that means it's just a matter of time before things start blasting off even faster. Now, here's the good news. I'll show you some more data. That's Tron. Okay? Now, just about every cryptocurrency on planet Earth went up automatically right at first week of January, and then right around January 10th, 16th, you had that Korea nonsense going on, South Korea, and then you had a bottoming out, and now you're starting to see things starting to roll up. Tron right now is trading at 4 cents. 4 cents. That's right, 4 cents. Pretty nice price, huh? So, whenever I talk about currencies that are low cost, I want you all to remember one thing. What you're trying to do with the low cost currencies is accumulate a small portion of it. It could be $1,000, it could be $2,000, it could be $5,000, but don't invest don't take a second mortgage on it, okay? And don't think that all of a sudden, a month from now, this 4 or 5 cents is going to go to $1.50 to $2. Don't plan on that. Okay. What you want to do is you want to find these currencies that are very low cost. All right. So you can accumulate them. And if they're solving a unique problem, guess what? That price is going to go up at some point. So the first one I want you to really know about is Tron. And that's TRON. And its coin trading, letters are TRX. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, what's number two? Now, big problem. Here's the next problem that's being solved. Identity theft and secured ID systems. Has anybody here tried to get a wallet and couldn't get tried to sign up for an exchange and you couldn't get your ID authenticated and you're still waiting for your ID to get a thing? Has that happened to anybody? Just put up your hand if that's happened. Just click on your little thing. Have you tried to get on an exchange and had difficulties getting your, look at all those people popping their little hands up, okay? It's a big problem. And in addition, identity theft right now is, you have companies that are supposed to be fighting identity theft. I can't remember to save my life, the big one out there. Holy smokes. Anyway, I'll remember at some point, senior moment. But the bottom line is identity theft is a huge issue, but most of the current identity theft guys, they don't stop identity theft before it happens. They detect, LifeLock, they detect when your identity has been stolen already. Okay, okay, that's great. The identity theft operations out there are really not stopping identity security, right? They're detecting it after, the bombs have gone off to some extent. And hopefully they can detect it and get you the data fast enough so not as many identity bombs have gone off on you. Well, with Civic, they're all about basically taking identity and blockchaining it and allowing for authentication of your identity in a very secure manner. And I'm telling you, banks love this. Credit cards love this concept. All sorts of people selling goods online love this concept because there's a lot of fraud that happens online. Tons of fraud happen online. So if there is a true solution for identity protection, not identity theft, identification and notification, this is identity protection as opposed to identity theft detection. Do you get the difference there? There's a big difference. So right now, Civic is out there starting to develop tremendous relationships with payment institutions, retail institutions, and of course, with wallets out there. And one of the cool deals that Civic has done is they now have a partnership with probably one of the coolest exchange platforms in the world called ShapeShift. ShapeShift. ShapeShift is about one of the two easiest exchanges or methods of buying and selling currencies that are extremely easy to get on and start using. ShapeShift, literally, you can get on there like right now. And if you already have currencies, you can start trading many different types of currencies right now inside of ShapeShift. Well, what is ShapeShift using now in part for its identity security? Civic. That's CIVIC. So CIFIC is a great solution to identity protection, not identity theft notification. Huge difference. And only something like blockchain and other digital security solutions are really focusing on identity security on the front end. That's a really important thing. I'm telling you, man, because particularly when you think about now put your little CIFIC hat on. Let's just say you happen to have some currencies, CIFIC currency, okay, and you're thinking about how much online buying is just exploding every quarter, quarter after quarter after quarter. You see that online retail is just going up like a missile. Well, the thing that goes hand in glove with retail sales is making sure the people you're selling your stuff to are authentic. You have security. So that's a huge deal. Now, CIFIC, let's take a look at CIFIC. That's their price chart. Ooh, wow, this is kind of cool. Now, with CIFIC, it once again has all had this little peak, and the peak was shot down with the South Korean stuff, and now it's back to its nice level here, okay? Now, right now, you could see it's trading at about 33 cents, way under a dollar, okay? This is a good thing. And it's doing this kind of a plateau effect. I've noticed that currencies will start off sometimes in the sub penny range or the low penny range. It'll run there for a few months, and then it'll jump up and get into a kind of a range of anywhere from 20 cents to 40 cents. And it then sits there for a little while as there's more adoption of the currency, adoption of what it's doing. And then it starts doing its next plateau. All right, and maybe the next plateau goes from the 33-cent range up to $1 or $2. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, that's tripling, quadrupling, 6xing money. I mean, that's not bad. So this is why I wanted to focus on some currencies that are low cost that are solving a very important problem. So your first problem that's being solved by Tron is you have what's called a true peer-to-peer, person-to-person direct sales of digital entertainment content directly from person to person. And people store their their digital entertainment, which could be, remember, it could be books, it could be art, it could be digital collectibles. It could be movies. It could be music. It could be live broadcast. So now what Tron has done is it's cutting out the middleman who's kind of grabbing a nice piece of the action, and it's doing direct connect between the artist and the buyer, the consumer. And most importantly, it's knocking out censorship. I don't think any of us like censorship necessarily. That's not too much fun. So now I'm going to give you your bonus currency, okay? Here's your bonus currency. Let me move on over here. I think you're going to like this one. Here we go. This one is called BitShares. BitShares. Let me get my little cheat sheet all about BitShares. All right. So what is BitShares all about? Well, BitShares allows its users to trade on a fully decentralized exchange platform. Okay? It's currency exchange, it's exchange that's decentralized, which means this. If you have an exchange that's kind of all clustered into one area or one building, a lot of the thieves out there, the guys that are hackers and such, they call that a honeypot. And these hackers are constantly targeting these gigantic exchanges. And let me show you what happened recently. Oh, oh. Well, let me turn off that. Whoop. Okay, well, I turned that off. Anyway, what I was showing you was an article about the biggest ever theft of currencies in the world. It just happened. $530 million of currency from one exchange in Japan. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Particularly when you have quantum computers out there and they're getting pretty good at hacking these exchanges. So you have an issue with security in terms of the exchanges. Now, what BitShares does is it decentralizes the exchanges and the exchange activity. So it's not happening in one giant location or two or three giant locations. It's happening in thousands and thousands of locations. That means the currencies, when you're trying to steal something, when you got a bank that has, $100 million sitting in it, and then you have 4,000 houses, and each of those has $1,000 in it in each house. So you got a bank that has, let's say, $4 million, local bank, and you got 4,000 houses, and each has $1,000 in their little safe. Exactly who are you going to focus on? Well, you're going to focus on the bank with a $4 million in it. At least some people do. Well, with BitShares, their technology decentralizes the exchange process, and it also does something else. It makes the transaction process much, much faster, even with things like Bitcoin. Okay? Right now, the BitShares community and the worldwide platform can handle 100,000 transactions a second. Okay, let me say that again. 100,000 transactions a second. That's kind of important, particularly if you have one currency. Let's say you have Ethereum, and all of a sudden you get a hot alert from Deer Crash Training saying, hey, get the heck out of Ethereum, cash out quick. Because maybe we just got news that Ethereum had a huge issue. And that huge issue is gonna hit the news all over the place. You're gonna want to pull your money out of there, right? Okay. Well, what happens if the exchange you're using is slow? You get the idea? So BitShares, which involves many, 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 many currencies, does 100,000 transactions a second. That's huge. So let's take a look at what the price looks like. Oh, this is pretty cool. Current price is 22 cents. Not bad. Now, once again, you're going to see that little peak. January 4th and January 5th is when all these things peaked. And then you had our Korean friend, who's now deceased, excuse me, start, making some serious waves, and that started bringing the price down. Okay, now everything's plateauing, and now it's starting to roll back up, as we know. So right now you're sitting at, BitShares was running at less than a penny in April, then it moved up to a penny, and then it up to about 6 pennies in June, and then it peaked for a little bit up to 37 cents, then went down, and it was down to about 5 cents, and then it went up to about 70, 85 cents, and now down. But you see, it's got a nice track to it, and it solves a huge problem. I don't particularly care what's happening every day, day by day, even week by week, even month by month, if the currency actually is solving a very, very unique problem. So BitShares is a very, very, very cool company that solves a big problem, which is a general lack in some cases of the security of monster exchanges that are constantly under cyber attack from crooks. Okay, that solves a big problem, doesn't it? All right, so let's move on to my next subject. I talked about, I wanted to let you know about a wallet that you can easily get into fast, instantaneous. I mean, you literally can go to Jack's right now and you can have your wallet open and running within about 5 minutes. That's how fast it is. But here's what's really more important. Jack's operates part of it using the Shape Shift software, which remember, Shapeshift is using Civic. Remember that? Okay. So Jax is a great wallet that you can immediately get in. No crazy problems with authentication. You know, they're not trying to ask you for 15 passport pictures that don't ever go through, and it doesn't take 5 or 6 weeks to get on it. Heck, there's some exchanges I'm still trying to get on. It's taken me 6 weeks. But Jax is 5 minutes. And in Jax, you can start trading back and forth. I think they're up to 8 currencies now and climbing and climbing and climbing. You can trade back and forth. You can buy and sell currencies like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash. It's on and on and on. And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So Jax, Jaxx, is a fantastic wallet you can get into immediately, like right away. And all of a sudden, you're accessing coins, which is a good thing. All right, so let's get into our last topic. Now, if you are somebody who is a owner or an LLC owner of Digital Frontier Marketing, also known as Digital Currency Growth, you're really going to like what I'm about to talk about. If you are somebody who has bought a lot of cloud coins, you're going to like what I'm about to talk about, because I'm going to start giving you some more insight into exactly how we're going to get cloud coin out in, not in just one exchange or 2 exchanges, but into thousands and thousands and thousands of selling points all across the world, because decentralization is where it's at. I mean, that's where it's at, decentralization. So in order to talk about this, I have to give you some facts. This has just come out, okay? This is the estimate of how many users, Bitcoin users, there are going to be by 2024. The estimate now is 20 or 200 million users of Bitcoin, okay? There's only about 15 million right now. So you can see how that growth plane is going up, 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 up. Now, what does that mean? That means there's a lot of people who keep on hearing about Bitcoin, keep on hearing about cyber currency. They keep on hearing about these things. And a lot of them don't make a move until they buy or, get information. They don't want to get into something they don't know what it's about. So you have a lot of people out there that are trying to find out information and learn things, okay? So that, of course, is why we developed DEAR Crash Training. That's what it's all about, the Digital Experts Intelligence Report. But let's go a little further, because I'm going to get back to DEAR in a second, because you're going to see how Digital Frontier Marketing is going to be growing rapidly, particularly on the income side, over the next 90 to 120 days. And that's what everyone wants to hear, particularly if you're lucky enough to be one of the small group of LLC members that actually own a piece of the company. Hey, imagine if you could have bought shares of Google back in 2002. That'd have been pretty smart. How about if you could have bought some shares of YouTube back in 2001? How about if you could have bought shares in Facebook 2004? Well, that'd be a good thing. At any rate, so let's talk about what digital currency growth, that's the DBA, Digital Frontier Marketing, that's the holding company. Let's talk about what it's going to be doing. Now, you have all these people coming into this cryptocurrency world. They all want information. They're seeking information. Who here knows what the second biggest search engine in the world is right now? Second biggest search engine in the world is. I don't know who knows, but it's Facebook. Did you know that Facebook is the second biggest search facility in the world now? Second biggest. That means people are going to Facebook to get information. Wow, that's a lot. And Facebook, the number of current users just broke 2 billion in the second quarter 2017 and now is over 2.2 billion. There's a lot of people in Facebook, which probably answers the question on, why are they now the second biggest search engine in the world? Well, it's because they're the largest subscriber base in the world. Now, why am I talking about Facebook? Well, Facebook is the biggest central point of communication right now on the planet. All right? So you have a lot of people talking. So if you wanted to spread the word about something, the fastest way to do it is to promote through Facebook. Absolutely the fastest way to do it. And to show you just how fast it's growing, look at this. Take a look at what Facebook sales are. They are now up, this is ad sales, folks. They are up to $9 billion a quarter. And it's going up, 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 up. That means it works. That's what that means. And I'm not here to shill for Facebook. I'm just presenting some data to you. And it's just going to keep on going up. Well, I told you the number one thing that these new cryptocurrency people, these brand new people, here are all these brand new people rushing into this world, this huge world. The number one thing they're asking for is education. Number one. It's the highest thing by far. So what Digital Frontier Marketing is going to be doing is it's been testing the education systems through Deer Crash Training. It's been testing it. And now we have hired, probably, if you rank the top 10 Facebook marketers on planet Earth, we've hired one of them. This person is one of the top 10 marketers on Facebook. And this marketer, who I've known for a little while, has extensive history marketing cryptocurrencies and generating and building subscriber bases in this cryptocurrency world. So what are we doing? Well, this marketer happens to be also one of the top 10 people in building what's called a sales tunnel. And a sales tunnel is simply this. You offer somebody some information for free. They're happy. Wow, this is great information. And then you offer them some additional information that's very, very, very valuable. In fact, you offer so much information and you sell it for such a cheap price that it's a no-brainer. And then you offer even more education. So it's kind of like going to school. So a sales tunnel that is focused on education, called information products. Right now, we have one of the top 10 tunnel producers, sales tunnel producers, who's also happens to be one of the top 10 Facebook marketers right now, is taking our Deer Crash training and making huge modifications that you are going to see very, very soon. And on top of that, we now have entered into a partnership with Vantage Point. You remember Vantage Point? Those are the guys with the artificial intelligence system. That's right. Those are the guys that have been around since 1979 and have cracked the code on the use of artificial intelligence in future predictions of stocks, bonds, futures, you name it. And now they have a groundbreaking cryptocurrency platform. And we have now entered into an agreement that we are working together in partnership so people can access a specially designed platform so they can trade cryptocurrencies during the day and make a fortune. And that is going to be operational between 5 and 6 weeks. So our tunnel starts with a free membership and a free ebook. And that's what you see, people going to Digital Frontier News, and they sign up for free coins and they get their free ebook. And we're redoing the entire Bitcoin, Beyond Bitcoin book too. It's going to be gorgeous. We upgraded it, adjusted it, all sorts of cool things. So people are going to get in there and they're going to sign up for the free ebook, get their cloud coins. Then many of them will be buying the new Deer Crash Training, which takes a lot of all the information we already have in it, and we're gonna exponentially increase that. And then many of those people will go ahead and buy the Vantage Point / Digital Frontier Marketing Artificial Intelligence Cyber Currency platform. And at the same time, we're working very, very rapidly on our digital collectibles. Now, all of this kind of hits and starts and launches, all of it together in, I'm going to say 4 to 6 weeks. Now, there's one other thing we're working on, and that is an affiliate platform. What the heck's an affiliate platform? Well, basically, we're taking the Celebrium digital collectible site, which allows people to buy digital collectibles, our patent pending product. And there's going to be a site called Celebrium, but we're also going to allow affiliates to get their own replicating Celebrium site so they can sell to all their friends. And many, many affiliates are big affiliates. They have huge lists, thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. And they become affiliates of certain things because they know they could just promote to their list, and all of a sudden there's thousands and thousands of sales. That's how it works. So you have small affiliates, you have medium-sized affiliates, you have large affiliates. So the Celebrium, the digital frontier marketing company, 100% owned by Digital Frontier Marketing, Celebrium, which is selling a patent-pending digital collectibles. These are basically celebrities, collectibles, and memorabilia that are totally secure through blockchain and initially and completely through CloudCoin. CloudCoin is the major platform you're using. All of a sudden, once that platform's been launched, we are then going to start promoting to potential affiliates. And who do you think is going to market that? Oh, yeah. That's one of the top 10 Facebook marketers in the world. And she's going to be marketing our affiliate program to all those affiliates out there so they can be marketing digital collectibles. But also, as we get thousands of these affiliates going, we're actually identifying the different countries where an affiliate can immediately start selling what? CloudCoin. That's right. So there's a number of countries where as soon as the affiliates get a hold of their Celebrium site and they're selling the celebrity collectibles, digital collectibles, they're also going to have another, what's called a SKU. They're going to have another product, which is the cloud coins. Because all these people buying these digital collectibles, that are powered by CloudCoin, they're going to, well, what the heck is CloudCoin? Well, they're going to learn all about it because they could buy cloud coins right from the sites. All these thousands of affiliates. Now, in addition, we are also right now streamlining dramatically the actual buying of CloudCoin so that somebody can go to a place and in 5 minutes purchase their cloud coins, get their cloud coin wallet, and have all their cloud coins already rolled into it, all loaded, preloaded. Boom! Don't have to wait for the coins anymore. They're right there. And on top of that, we're going to be putting together the system so that people can know other people who have cloud coin wallets so they can buy and sell. And so all of a sudden, You get the idea. You have all these people buying cloud coins. You have all these affiliates selling digital collectibles, and all of a sudden they're selling cloud coins. And then leading right behind that, you have all these people who are being sucked into our training systems, all these people who are looking for training and education. They're all looking, they're searching on Facebook for training and education on cryptocurrencies. All these people are going to be going through the system. They're going to get their free book. They're going to get access to these webinars. Many are going to buy the Deer Crash training. Then many are going to go, wow, you mean I can access very inexpensively an artificial intelligence trading platform, so I'm always going to win at buying and selling cryptocurrencies? That's an easy one. All right. So all of these things are all running in parallel process. So this is what's happening with DCG. And as you can tell with all this activity, you can only imagine what's going to happen with CloudCoin. We're going to have more and more places where people can buy and sell CloudCoin. We have many thousands and thousands of people coming through this system, learning all about cryptocurrencies. And after a while, after you've been educated on cryptocurrencies and you know what the problems with blockchain are, a lot of people are going to go, man, I better find some alternative technologies, such as CloudCoin's anti-counterfeiting platform. So I hope that's a lot of extra data. Also, one other thing, just so you know, the special offer that's going, we've been offering cloud coins, and we will stop offering them right when we're 2 weeks away from launching Celebrium, which is the digital collectible site. Well, we're 2 weeks away. We just stop. That's it. We want everybody to be able to get their coins and be set, for when that collectible platform turns on. So I can tell you now, I think we're down to just 20% left on what we have left that we have available for people. We're down to, I think, 20% or less now. So, we may have to stop anyway before 2 weeks before Celebrium turns on. So if you've been considering, or you want to know about the special offer for CloudCoin, it's really good. When people actually they read it and they go, oh my gosh, I could do that. They're jumping in fast, but they're jumping in a little faster than we thought, because these things are moving faster. So we're down to about 20% left of what we had set aside. So remember, if you want to learn about the special, you got to email me at bob@digitalcurrencygrowth.com and use special on the subject line. I'll get that information out to you. So I hope this information was great. Now it's time for our drawing. By the way, I don't know if you all knew, but the affiliates have been playing a pretty cool game where we have contests as an affiliate, and we've had some recent winners who have big smiles on their face. Whoo, they are happy. So you could become an affiliate too, but I'll email you about that. Don't worry about that right now. So let's go ahead and do our drawing. We've had a lot of people coming in and coming out. It looks like we have about 200 people that were here. Let's go ahead and do our drawing and see who wins. And I'm going to do it right this time. A couple weeks ago, I did it wrong. So we're at 200. 1 the minimum, 200 the maximum, and I'm going to go ahead and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who wins. Okay, whoever number 150 is, you have just won 10,000 cloud coins. Woo, man! I tell you what, just think about this. If you won 10,000 cloud coins right now, and we're sitting here talking on this webinar about 1.5 years, 2 years from now, and who knows how high CloudCoin is going to be, you're going to be a pretty happy person. Remember, kind of think about that person who remember the first purchase ever with Bitcoin? This pizza shop sold, I think, 2 pieces of pizza for 10,000 Bitcoins. Oh, yeah. Okay, so once again, our attendee number 150 has won 10,000 cloud coins. And there you go. So I hope you enjoyed our event. Remember, if you want to learn more about the special, we have about 20% left and dropping. You just email me at bob@digitalcurrencygrowth.com. Thank you a lot for attending, folks. I appreciate your attendance.